Dick. Welcome back to your boy Peanuts video. Here I am again. You know, kicking it old school. Because I know some people will just be like, nah, you don't do any more funny videos anymore. Like, oh, I do loads of funny videos. You're just fucked. You're just spoiled. There was a video that was, this one. It's called Nicholas Dior is a Big Fat Moron. And this guy's pretty straight and narrow, so we're gonna listen to him. I'm not gonna be able to make fun of this guy because he's actually pretty good, but I can make fun of Nicholas Dior. It's just a long video, so whatever, dude. That's what I think of this video. Big web up. Big web up. So yeah, bank holiday. Just 3 more days to go. I get to see my kids over the weekend. It's gonna be good. Take me down and you never know me down. What for? Take me down. Yeah, I know it now when it is. Now come on, take me now. You don't want Indians overtake us, do you? That's why it's the biggest insult. Anytime you see a white woman who's like, I don't want to have kids. You see some fat Indian dude who's got 8 kids. You just, what's the point? What's this fat 8 Indian kid's gonna do? Run the curry shop? No, we need smart this is why it's so selfish to the white women, because even if they just think they're not that significant, they can make things that are really significant. They should be excited at the idea that they can breed the next man who could be really smart, or the next daughter who could become the next mother. You see what I mean? It's so stupid.
Besting feel complicated? With XTB, you can learn step by step.
These people that pretended to care about this stuff for years.
Dude, look, it's like I'm playing in my room. I love home. Input dinner time! Coming on! Isn't that what it makes you think? Input, do done your homework! I'll do it later, Mom. Just finishing this. Look, why is I love the game even on the PS5. It still fucks out. It's not really satisfying. What is it? A processing issue? Well, I think I've done that. Oh. Do I have infinite I mean, I do remember these levels will be really good. Ooh! Little music.
about getting sued. This is going to affect next month's life. The audio cover, the Idol the other night, and he is insisting that he is condemned. He insists in the Discord.
Whoa!
Now we're going to take a look at what he actually said on stream, and then what Ethan said in response. Guys, Nick is not responding to Ethan's response. He was actually in chat, I believe, trying to get some, trying to sort some more shackles out of certain.
Some people will do anything for shekels. And like Nick is one of those people, because look at him. He's not gonna have kids. He's not Chad like me. I've got kids. I've got men as well, boys. Not like, he'll probably have like women, girls, he's like low T. Okay. Excuse me? Nice. Play with my sack, lick my balls, play with my dick, play with my giant ass. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. My goodness. Just need that one more ring. How about that? Oh. Look at this. Dude, look at the speed. I mean, yeah, it's pretty easy. Already said Oh, fucked his ass, you little freak.
Watches on the same day that Ethan basically told Nick that he's wrong, and that this is the way Ethan's been acting the whole time. Why do you have a problem with it now? So yeah, let's take a look at exactly what he said. And then there was a conversation where he actually ask her about Putin or something like that. Obviously, imagine for a moment. Imagine, if you will, what Ethan Klein would do to someone if they called either a prostitute and asked her what she thinks of Netanyahu and kids at an event. I'm deeply sorry and very embarrassed for what I said. I'm cutting it out of our broadcast, and again, I just want to offer my sincere apology for being so disrespectful.
I'm actually liking the TV this way.
He shot from the hip, missed, did not go very well. His Tourette's, you can't use that as an excuse. Holy dude, that was an insane clip. Now, I saw this clip, and I had been meaning to show you this clip.
Yeah. I mean, this level is just pretty, like, fucking annoying at times, but it's just, it's a vibe. I mean, just look at it. Look how gorgeous the background is. You just want to, like, find out more about this. And then yeah, you got all these like slot machines, which is really ambitious for the time. Like that, you can just like fucking glitch the fuck out. I mean, it's great if you've got like I say like supersonic rating, because getting rings is not hard. It's just. It is a clever idea. I guess this is probably where they got the idea for like Sonic Spinball as well. I assume. Oh, can they go even faster? Everyone first hang out with an Indian. Play with my sack. You can lick my penis and touch my balls. Touch my dick and balls. Play with my penis and balls. Play with. Hit my penis, you can play with my penis. Play with my dick and penis. Play with my balls. Play with my dick and penis. Play with my balls. Play with my balls. Play with our penis.
As soon as we had a full EHD segment, and I guess now we do, but it's entirely in a different context. So I'm kicking myself that we didn't intro this into an intro segment so I can correct it. But I thought, upon my first watch of this item, I thought this was a good thing to do. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Good for items. Good for items.
Play with my balls.
Like this. I got this stuff. So, like, no pressure. He's sorry. This is a start. Is it like, why would he be sorry for this in the first place? Why should items be sorry?
This guy's smart, I like him. But it's like Nicholas Dory's fans are gonna be Indian. That was interesting, wasn't it? Play with my penis. Oh yeah. Play with my penis. Play with my dick and penis. Play with my balls. Play with my dick and penis. Play with my balls. That noise. Pong. Play with my dick and penis. Play with my balls. Oh my god. You can lick it, you can lick my ass, you can touch my penis, you can touch my penis, touch my balls, you can eat my ass. Fuck, you can fuck. I'm about to, it's Tails, I'm about to lose power. Tails, I'm about to lose power.
flinging off a message
Mm-mm.
with Destiny, who's obviously scared to get into a fight with him. Right? Not just scared, but it benefits him to not get into a fight with him because he is deliberately using the crossover in their community that was created around the time of the October 7th fallout. Deliberately
Eat my nuts.
to go into Ethan's community and replace them and convince Ethan that Osama's anti-Semitic because Ethan understands that that whole complex benefits him.
That's when the game gets good. It is a really good game. I remember my brother had like an official guide for it. And I just remember the artwork as being like really cool. Cause it just basically every single act had like its own like level like page, and they just drew like this cool like original art from it, and it was cool. That's the thing, is that you like kind of look at the zeitgeist, you just go like, "Ow, Sonic's a bit like corny," but you just don't understand what it was like back in the day. Like, there was nothing else to compare it to. Like, Halo didn't exist. You didn't have fucking like. I mean, if you got like any modern like game styles or anything. Like, this was considered like really cool and edgy back then. It was like Sonic being like this edgy hedgehog. He was like against the norm. But this was like this is like the same time that The Simpsons and stuff came out, where like that kind of like satirical stuff came out. It was very big in like the 90s. But like, I just remember as a kid, like it was my brother really loved Sonic. So it's like I was just inundated with like Sonic stuff. I mean, it's quite easy now. I can't die. Wrong. Yeah, I just remember they had all this like cool artwork for it. Don't play with my penis. Why do you play with my balls? You can eat my penis. Oh my god, come on. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's it. That's so cool.
He doesn't want to tear it apart, he doesn't want to fracture his own support. And Ian brings that up. Ian makes a joke about that. Ian puts that on his screen. And Ian is supposed to apologize while Ethan is doing everything to destroy this guy. It's fucking retarded. You know, like, you can make a loose argument that I know is like, oh, never be mean, guys. Never be mean. So it's maybe a betrayal of some personal standards that you think holds. Maybe you could say that. But it's not something you genuinely care about. It's not something you actually care about. It's not like you're operating. You're just using it to attack.
I mean, it's a tough one. Because it's like, I kind of been following it a little bit. I don't really care. But it's like, essentially, I think the crux is that iDubbbz went too far, in my opinion. Because again, like, without sounding like, well, I am. I'm just gonna, like, why not? Like, I feel like it's valid. Like, none of these guys have got children. And I just think, like, until you've got kids, when you actually, like, get, like, someone saying to you as a parent, they think you're, like, a child molester, or you abuse your own kids. It's, like, one of the most horrible things anyone can ever say to you. Let alone, like, actually, like, if you're being, like, actually, like, properly criminally charged for it. Like, falsely. So, I think the thing that, like, I don't know if this guy just doesn't understand that or hasn't thought about it, but I just think it's like the people who are going to be probably on like Ian's side are going to be probably Muslims. They're going to probably be like Muslim people. Because the whole point of like, the whole point of what's her face? Anissa, she's just like some Lebanese like she's like half Lebanese, but like the Lebanese getting bombed the fuck out by Israel, so of course she's gonna have like a huge like bias against it. It's just like obvious. I just don't know why people aren't allowed to like think about that. Oh shit. Fuck yeah. Yeah, I just remember they had all these like really cool like little like diagrams of all this shit. I used to always think it was really funny. It's just like really hot there, just like it'd be like, hey, look, we're just like in the lava, fucking in the lava. So Ian thought it'd be funny to put a screenshot, a screensaver of something Destiny had said. Which, look, I mean, whatever. I think you can watch all of my stuff. I'm pretty adamant. The reason, like, there's loads of reasons I don't think my channel's been taken down, but like most of it's probably just because no one cares. No one's watching it to even flag it. But even that, I'm just saying, like, I don't really think there's anything legitimately bad. So I feel like everything I'm saying, I feel like I'm not saying anything like. I might have like some quite like stark opinions about things, but I'm not ever. Uh, well, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I'm not making money from it, I guess, but um, I don't think I'd go as far as just saying like, because I can say generalities about things. I think that's actually kind of the weird difference. Is if you say a generality about it, you might protect yourself more than if you specifically say this person is a molester, for example. If you just say like these people are, you just kind of keep a wide net. I think it's when you specifically target someone as a problem. So I guess an example would just be like I talk about Katie loads, but I don't think there's ever really I've called her like all the names under the sun, but who cares? It's names. Um, But there's never been a point where I've wished harm on her, and I don't wish harm on her. I never wish her to let anything bad's happen to her. But I'm allowed to critique her. She's like a public figure. But I just think because Ian knows that, and he knows like how volatile his crew is, like his fans are, because they are like ravenous, because they're probably just about Lebanese people who are like they're seeing Ian as some kind of martyr, some kind of like chosen, outspoken, like and it's like. You can have your opinion on, fuck, on Israel. The music is so cool. It's like I used to always say it's like the scary clown music. It doesn't sound like a fucking like I say. It does sound like some kind of demented clown music. Roll. Dude. You can play my dick. Play my penis, you can play my dick. Play with my dick and penis, play with my ass. Yeah, it's so funny because then I think it's in the second level. There's just like a pit of doom. Oh, it's like it's like this. It's basically like this, and it's like if you don't push the bridge down and go underneath, you just literally fall into a pit. It's just like I might be able to jump out of it, supersonic, but if you're standard Sonic, there's nothing you can do. You're just literally just there, you know. I don't think it's in this one, I think it's in the second. Yeah. Dun.
You just want a reason to essentially justify action against them. Whether that be legal, whether that be...
Right. So anyway. Well, I kind of want to keep the music on, but I don't want to... Hang on, I've got an idea. Oh, I'm so clever. Can you imagine like a Japanese guy who's like playing this? Like, whoa. What do you think? No, he's not saying that. What? I can't even do a Japanese accent. What do you think? That's weird. What do you think? Oh, it sounds really good. You made this? Oh, yes. Oh, you like that little? You like that little beat? See the bit I had 2 piano? Very cool, huh? Very good. Dun, 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 bum, 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 bum. I'm just gonna say the game plays very well, by the way. Because I always think about that with emulations, but it feels great. I mean, sorry. Well, it actually ironically probably does because the D-pad on the actual original controller is not great. It's not the best. I would always say Nintendo's controllers are the bullshit. I'm not gonna like say it percent. Like the SNES joypad's very nice. Because I just feel like some games did require you to have like more buttons. Not Sonic obviously, but they're like, for example, they did release fucking Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, like I don't know about Street Fighter, but sorry, Mortal Kombat definitely was, and Mortal Kombat basically you had to restart. If you didn't have like the Pro joypad, you had to use the start button to fucking like do low kick or something. It's bullshit. So you didn't have four buttons. Oh. I think it's just because I got this. It's just really fucking. We'll kill this for you. I think the next one's at Oil Sleep, which is pretty fun. It does have some really fun levels. I'm gonna like say it, but this game is really fun. It is just. I'm sorry, I'm only blitzing through it. Yeah, I love this level. This is one of my favorites. I just loved how like. I loved how the mechanical felt. And again, in the guide, it just drew some really cool like images from it. And the music as well. I love how it's like kind of like. Yeah, so I remember like it was like this. I used to always bring it in the car. So every time that we used to go out, this was again before we had smartphones and stuff. I used to like always bring a book with me in the car, and I used to always just have it was like a book which was like that big. So it was the bigger than A4, but the size big. It just one up from that. A3. And it was like an official guide, but it was just really good. But it just like the animation was just really good. And it just had original drawings and stuff. So every page was really fun to look at. I almost. Oh shit! No, 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 no! I know, no, 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 no. I remember now. It was It was like a Sonic 2. Where's Wally? It was fucking dope as hell. It was fucking dope as hell. What am I talking about? So it was like a book that was like this big, and it was like every single page was an act. So the first one started off as like Green Hill Zone. Second one was what was the second act? Was it the? It was that. Was it the ruins zone? But every single one, it had a really cool, massive like Where's Wally original drawing of like the level with every single um enemy from that level on it, and the Doctor Robotnik boss, and I think it had like Knuckles hidden in it as well, and like Super Metal Sonic, and a Chaos Emerald. And it had in the corner like a little legend to show you what you had to find. It was so fucking dope. Back then, that was like you didn't need a computer to tell you stuff. You just went by honestly and trust. If like, you couldn't do it, then whatever. You just lied to yourself. But it was just so good. Yeah, I'd bring that in the car and I'd just be like staring at all of it because it was so cool. Because there was no AI back then. No AI. There was no. Well, computer was probably getting quite primitive, but I reckon a lot of that would have just been done by like drawing. Um, it was so good. It was such a fun little book. I'd love to like buy that. I'll see if I could get that. Because it had like, and then it was like, so you had to like just find everything. So you had to find Sonic, you had to find Tails, you had to find the Chaos Emerald, and they even had like little item boxes as well, and you could like count that towards your score, and it gave you a score at the end. If you got X number of like rings, um, and if you could find all the 7 Chaos Emeralds, it was just so good. And I remember there was like a few things like that. I remember like being in a charity shop actually where I live now, and there was a book which was a Sonic the Hedgehog book. There was a period when I was like quite young. We bought or we had this like Super Mario Brothers um pick your own adventure book, which must have come out in like the late 80s or early 90s. And anyway, I think I bought it in like in a charity shop, and I had two of them. There was like there was like 20 of them, but I only had two of them. They were like known as the cherished books because you could always look, and there was no internet back then. So the only time like we could ever like see any of the other ones was at the very back of the book, like on the back cover. They printed like 4 editions. We're like, whoa, we can never get these ones. And it was just like these Mario books, but they were like one of those like do your own adventure ones where it'll be like you just read a page and it gives you a scenario and it says like if you think Mario should jump on the Koopa head, go to 16. If you think Mario should run away, go to 56. And those are really cool little books. That's the thing. They're like, you just don't understand. Like, when, I don't know what they do in schools now, but when you're in like primary school, sorry, and you were forced to read a book because we used to just have like reading time, and it'd be like an hour where we'd be forced to read, and you couldn't do anything else. You wouldn't be allowed to doodle if you like started getting out like your pencils. And so, the teacher would see you and just tell you off, and so you need to read. So like you had to kind of be smart with like the book that you wanted to read. So what I used to always do is I used to always find like fact books. I never like wanted to read just like an actual book, but I just found like if I had a book that was just like a bunch of facts or some shit, but my teacher never seemed to care. But then the next best thing was like one of those like adventure books. And because like I happened to have like two of the Mario ones, I just remember that my friends were always like quite keen. They were like, "Do you mind if I borrow this Mario book?" And I'd just like borrow it for like a month or so, and I'd just be like, "Because I've already read it." The funniest time was my old friend. He went into the library when he was in like year seven, and he rented out like this like book, and it was like Tudors or some shit. And I just remember, I just remember like we had a canteen cover, which basically meant that our teacher was ill or like, not available for an emergency, which just meant like during the class time, because obviously so you have the periods of lesson, and then you have the first break, and then you'd have like another lesson, you have lunch, then you'd have another lesson. It's like your second break, and then you go home. If the teacher was unavailable, then you had to go to canteen cover. And I was like about to go into the canteen because my teacher was off. And my friend, he was just like queuing up outside, ready to go into the history room. And she was like, actually, the thing was just really uncomfortable. She was actually really hot. For some reason, we did have like quite a few like uncomfortably hot like teachers in like our secondary school. Um, they didn't do anything to her. I'm not gonna pretend they did, but like they were. Anyway, this one was like this blonde bitch. She was like she was like hot, but she probably isn't anymore. But she was like head of history or some shit, and she was just like fucking a bitch. And for some reason, like she like just made a beeline for my friend and just chewed him out because she found out like he had like the stupid tutor book or something, and it was imperative she needed that book for like her training module, and because he didn't have it, she was just obviously was really pissed off about it. And she was trying to like she was just chewing him out. It's just really funny because he was just legendarily like I don't know what the word was, complacent, lazy, just he was sort of rented out. I think it was like a Shin-chan book or something like that. There was another story about something he did with the library. I don't want to get it mixed up. It was like he rented something else out for like absolute ages, and he got in like absolute loads of trouble with our school library. Because when we first joined, we went into the I remember going in there at year seven. It was like the first time like being in the secondary school and like how exciting it was. So we went, and again, it was like internet was really, really like rare. So not really rare, sorry, but the only way you could access it was to use one of the school computers. And if you wanted to use any of the school computers, um, it was all going to be monitored, so you couldn't like do anything you wanted. It was still before like proper all the things like they still I think they could still restrict some stuff, but I mean I'm just saying to you like if you were just gonna be an idiot and just like trying to look up porn, it would just there'd be an IT dude who'd be there within minutes. It was still that time still existed. So I remember one time going on like Slime Ball or something like that, and my mouse getting taken over, and then the guy like opening like Notepad, and he was like, "You better like stop playing this, otherwise I'm gonna like get your teacher. And I was like, okay. So like, I think once that happened to me, I was like, I knew that okay, people were watching me, so I learned my lesson. But the other people just didn't do that. But anyway, there was another time where there was like basically like an honor system on the. This was again before like. It was then when I went into college. So yeah, college, and any time after college, it's just common courtesy that you had to pay for your own fucking print. And I was like, what are you talking about? I remember being in like university, and I was like, why do I have to print out my fucking dissertation? You got like put 50p on there, and you can actually put like a coin in there. I remember just like having to like get a 50p coin on it. You feel like such an actual loser. You call school can't even pay for you just to like print out like 10 pages. But anyway, this is probably why, because this was before we had fucking because probably now you probably just don't print anything out because everyone just has an iPad. So why would you? But like, if you do need to print anything out, everyone will probably have like their own ID card associated to them, and that's why that's how. And this is probably why that's in there because my friend decided he could go. He would be like really like he could be like cunning and like just get in really early in the morning before he thought the IT guys were going to be there. Which, to be fair, probably did work. Because the IT guys probably get there, like, no, I'm kidding, they probably get there, like, maybe 8. So he got there, like, really early, and the school will still be open. And then he went and to, like, Cheap Planet. I remember the website. It's, like, now Game FAQs, I think, or it's, like, another website, but it used to be called Cheap Planet. And it just used to have, like, yeah, like cheats. But again, this is but like the internet was like difficult to get to back then. You couldn't go on your phone. And even like my friends who would have the internet, it would be like dial-ups. You couldn't like go on it. So to give you context of how primitive it was, like I didn't have a laptop when I was a kid, so like I got shunned by a lot of my friends because I wasn't able to join them because they would like want to go around and play like Warcraft 3 and stuff. I couldn't do that because I didn't have a laptop, and computers were like too big to like do that and expensive. So, but anyway, before that, I remember like not really being able to play RuneScape because we just didn't have the internet. We just didn't have like as good an internet as my friends. So like, because RuneScape was like, you did still need to be relatively like middle class to probably really enjoy that because there were loads of black kids who probably would just like black kids my age who would just be like, no, we didn't get a chance to play that sort of stuff because they'd be really poor. But I was like lower middle class, so I still had the internet, but it was more like the only time I would be able to play it would be I remember the deal was it was cheap after 5 p.m. Um, and up until like 7 or 8. So if I was allowed to use it, I had to like ask my mom or dad, am I allowed to use the internet? And they'd say like, and I remember they'd be like, what are you using it for? I'd be like to play RuneScape. And they'd be like, okay, but if there's like a phone call or something like that, and that was a real thing that could happen. Or like, for example, my mom would say, sorry, like, my dad would say, oh, you can't because like your mom's gonna be talking to like to Bev, sorry, to like her friend, like it's in like half an hour. because there's like nothing you can do because like, you can't use the phone at the same time. So then then one of my friends then got like wireless. That was still like a real novelty, and like I still can remember just like him having that probably like for about 6 months before I got it. And the first one we got was really shit. I remember what we got. It was like this thing. It was like this orange thing. It was called. Like, I think it was orange, and it was like the shitty hub, which was like this like massive like cone thing, and it was so crap. It wasn't a cone, sorry. It was just like a white thing like that, and it was so shit. I just remember it was so problematic. The amount of times I remember like having to like furiously go down and like reset it, and like what the LEDs look like inside of it. Just because like I'd be playing Call of Duty, because I remember having it like when I was playing like Call of Duty, like Modern Warfare 2, and I had to like I it yeah no because I didn't have the wireless. I didn't my Xbox didn't have the wireless router. So my dad was just like I was just like it was fucked. I remember um where my room was in location to where the so what I did was I bought like a 20-meter Ethernet cable for like 10 quid. It was really long. Sorry, no, it was probably like it was probably 10 meters if it was a 20. Um, because I needed to actually like plug it in, and it was in my downstairs office of my like parents' house, and I was like basically luckily like the room I was in was effectively just directly above it. So I think where the router was, I was able to then just plug it in. So like yeah, so it's like snap it into the bottom, and then like I was able to like feed it through the top. There's like a little gap in the door, and I was just about able to feed it in, so there was no problem. If you like, we never sorry that study door just basically sorry, it wasn't even that. The study door just never was shut because we always have it open. So the door was just always being like held open by like a chair. So it was just basically just like taut and immediately just going because it was only in the corner, so it was just going up into the corner and then like up into the roof and then over the hinge and then it went straight up um where the stair arch is, and then it went directly up because there's just like a straight wall that just went straight up, and then my room is just like literally above the stairs and like to the left of that, so all the cable has to do is just literally like come out of the office, literally go straight up, and then just kind of like feed under my door, and then while it's in my room, it doesn't really matter what's happening to me because it's not like impacting my parents at that point. And I was just able to just like because I had like again like 6 meters of it, I was just able to like very easily just like tidy it, just like plug it in underneath my into my Xbox, and that gave me internet. I just remember like that was cool because like it was really fucking it was really fast because I did eventually get one of those wireless things. But when I had that massive cable, I think I still got it to this day. Actually, I still got it in my room because it's just pretty useful to have like a massively long thing like that. And you know, that was the first time I just had like I was able to play Call of Duty and stuff in my bedroom. It's really cool. That's how I cook it, man. Oh, I live for a long time. Let's have a look.
Simply discard you, or maybe harassment. You just want more reason. People say this guy's a bad guy. That's
Bad guy.
You want more reasons for people to hate this guy. They don't actually care about the principle.
Oh my God.
They don't actually give a fuck. Everything. He didn't have to say anything. He could have gone on with his day. It's a start. Good on him. Now, obviously, there's a bit more context than we had at the time when this clip came out. So we'll get there. But this is not as it seems. I think this is a good time for me to explain to you guys.
It's just Nicholas Duro's new stream.
Had scorched the goo on in a while. And I just thought he hadn't did that in a while because Ethan hadn't covered him.
Whoa! SpaghettiOs! Oh, I feel really sick, guys. Where do I go? How do I end this? What the fuck? Oh my god, I'm... Yeah, hold on. I was gonna say it must be good.
And like everyone kind of left him alone for the entire month of April. Scorch Lagoon was kind of like a. I thought he was reflecting like, hey, this was really cringe, and maybe we should just maybe I should do no hate logging. Here's the worst part: they hate iDubbbz for turning on the commentary, quote-unquote commentary community, because he basically said was the type of content you make is immoral. That's basically what he said. You're having a negative impact on the world by making that type of content. I realized that when I met my fans and they were saying my slogan, NF, to me repeatedly, that a lot of these guys were like becoming shut in, detached, loser racists.
Whoa.
Or maybe they were that way, the content was appealing to those people. And so he felt that there was something wrong with that. Now, did iDubbbz say it should be illegal to make that kind of content? Did iDubbbz say, kind of Monkey should be able to sue me? Kind of Monkey should be able to sue me and make me homeless? And if you were doing that sort of thing to other people, they should be able to do it to you.
I love come.
He said, his personal moral judgment, running over PH30, I know, very funny to repeat it, running over PH30 was that it was wrong. That's what he said. And in response, they have decided to destroy the very principles that they were mad at him for turning on. They have attempted to now destroy those standards that iDubbbz turned on and simply said he disagrees with.
Oh, this is bullshit.
And now they're using that to destroy them. It's insane. It's some of the most depraved, amoral behavior I've seen online. These people that pretended to care about this stuff for fucking years. You know, it just blows my mind.
Oh, I know, it's bad.
It's fucking crazy. Or something, and maybe he was going to turn in the slop.
In the slop?
I don't like being. I said kind of all I wanted to say with the content comp. That's usually my strategy. Like, this is my opinion. Take it or leave
Lick my
I
eye.
assume he said would do a follow-up video in terms of content. I think we're missing a cut there. Because yeah, he did do follow-up video like
Hell
content
yeah.
deputies after his content comes, but I don't think he's planning another Ethan Klein follow-up video.
He should. He should.
I've been indulging the dark side a little too much. I have my own principles, my own values.
It's Dark Viper Virgin. Virgin.
He has a plan, and he has removed the one single LED from his back.
Oh my god, what do I do?
It allows me to roll around in the big shit a little bit more. And
Here's the thing, right? I know
Ooh.
you may disagree with these principles now, right? You may disagree with some of them, at least about what you should be doing. But I would hope IDOS does not feel like it should be, that you should be looking over your shoulder if you disagree with those principles he now holds. I don't think he thinks that. So I really do think he should stand with his back straight, own 2 feet, hold the line firm, and say, look, I don't agree with making highly inflammatory, derisive content, but you should absolutely be able to do it. But you should absolutely be able to do it free of some financial, legal, or harassment, coercion. That should absolutely
Oh,
be a
what is
principle,
happening?
I feel like. And so he should stand with that. He really should stand with that. He really shouldn't white flag. I would be kind of bothered if he did. And it annoys the fuck out of me, man. Because it is just like, I keep saying, but Nick pretends to care about this stuff. Nick pretended to care about this stuff for fucking years. I don't know about anyone else. I don't know what your experiences are. I'm guessing
Whoa.
you don't have some sense. But I remember being like,
Ah!
watching like, I don't know who it would have been. Like Total Biscuit and people like that. Talking about like net neutrality or the
Sick.
EFS.
Soggy biscuit.
Sort of shit.
Oh my god.
About how the internet should work. About
This is soggy biscuit. Soggy biscuit. This is soggy biscuit. This is soggy biscuit. Play with my sack, play with my penis and balls.
It's just so
I look up.
disgusting seeing it thrown away.
Eat my nuts. Oh, now this is the level of gods.
Saying just it's just so fucking gross. It's so gross. These people are just total fucking demons. This Nick, piece of shit. He's
Nick is a fatty.
female.
And he smells like shit.
cutting off the circulation.
Oh.
Thank you for the $5 duty free shit. There's aspects of that I like, but it's not really like done it.
Nicholas, the dick. Yeah, the only people watching Nicholas do it are gonna be Indian. I promise you. Oh, no, I don't promise you. But I'm sorry, I take it back. I never promise you. I don't promise you. Okay. Ow. Dong. I was bored. Dr. Ebonic Funhouse. Oh, it was like reggae music as well. I walk home.
Compare Ethan and Jeremy, the virgin false flagger versus the Chad Mass litigant. Jeremy is getting crucified like Jesus, and his wife by Adam Sellers.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I have to fucking censor that dude's name in my chat so you guys don't say it. Not that you can't, because I'm pretty sure it is public info, but I don't want to deal with privacy complaints on the phone. I don't want the sky to take my video down.
So scared.
Super aligned with my principles. I think one of the things that sort of woke me up a little bit is like, okay, wait a minute, I need to take a step back. It's the destiny thing about Ethan and his kids.
Oh, dude, this is so great. So much. I keep people are shitting on this. It's just like a good apology. It's a good apology.
That was one. Why should he apologize for? What, Nick's principle, as far as I ever understood Nick's come to be, is he should never apologize. You shouldn't apologize for making these edgy points to other content creators. Why would you? Why would you? Wait, so Nick, it seems to me like Nick, what he's saying here is he basically agrees with the video.
Yeah, he does.
Where iDubbbz disavows all of his cold content and fucking cries at the camera. Nick is saying he actually thinks iDubbbz is correct to disavow all of his own content. And otherwise, why should he apologize? What fucking sense does it make for Nick to be prescribing that iDubbbz apologizes to Ethan and using this message destiny to demonstrate
Oh, this is bullshit.
without ever implying that it was true, never saying it was true, nothing like that? What reason is there for Nick to prescribe that Ian apologizes to Ethan? Other than that, he agrees with Ian's I learned empathy at 30 video. Surely your principle should be never apologize, never back down. You were right. You were making a point. Surely that is true. But that's he can't do that. He can't do that. I don't know if you've got his chat for this one, but watching his whole chat is these fucking retards like this Tom Grizzly going like, "Look, they went after his kids. They went after his kids.
I love. He's Indian.
A C&D is
Hello, Nicholas.
Obviously, even though it's the first step in a lawsuit with the obvious implication of a C&D. Like, why do you cease and desist unless you're under threat of litigation? You know, it's not a C&D. It's just, hey, can you please stop doing this? It's please stop doing this, or I'll sue you. That's the point. That's the point. Yeah, exactly. I could try to argue this the other week, because you got white out for it, obviously. You got white out for it. Like, a cease and desist. The enforcement, the reason a cease and desist carries weight, exactly, is because of the litigation that is entailed by it. That's the only reason. That's the only reason. Otherwise, it's just a letter saying, hey man, please stop being mean to me. And what makes a cease and desist is the threat of litigation. One of the, thank you for the motion. I was probably like, oh man, I think I stepped.
Dude, again, you can't watch this without talking about the fact that, like, Ethan sent this dude a fucking cease and desist or whatever and threatened to sue him. He completely changed the context of this whole fucking thing.
Thanks, dude.
Like, I know it's not, but it's a good apology. It's supposed to be. Hey, look, I've looked at my actions. I realized I didn't want to roll around this shit anymore. I apologize for this one egregious thing that I said or did.
And what was it? Substantiate that. What was egregious about it? You agree with the I Learned M15 video. You literally agree with iDubbbz. Where you disagree is that you think it should be enforced by law. You think it should be legally required to not make videos when they go to cannibal news events or say the N-word. That's what you think. That is the position that for the whole year and a half.
I'm not gonna be doing it.
Sorry, no, wait. No, a year and a half. Yeah, no, it's like a year and a half on CBS. It's like a year and a half on CBS.
That's all you can say. There's literally no other combination of words that you could use in this moment.
Oh, I love sticky cum.
We know the reason that I, show you guys the
Oh my lord. Oh.
No, I agree with you. I'm talking about in isolation, hearing this clip and all the stuff that he said in it.
I need like one
without
more.
knowledge of everything that occurred yesterday. I'm like, this is fine. You know what? This is something. He didn't have to do it. Nobody was knocking on his door. They were. They were. That changed the context. But in isolation, I think this apology is fine.
about Ethan and his kids because it's like he's a piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit.
But he's going easy on this guy.
Dude, why is this one go free? Dude, why is this one go free?
Not going easy on Denham's Frogan, Casey Tron,
Like, argument be damned.
Noah, many others, right? And that was my reason for showing it. But I was like, you know, after reflecting a little bit more, I'm like, ugh, I do not want to roll.
People have alleged the bull has Google alerts on for things that contain his name. Dude, I'm sorry. When you hear Google alerts for people in the IBS space, you can generally just ignore that criticism. People have been saying Google alerts on for your name.
I'm retarded. One mute the stream, was wrong cigarette, one mute the stream, unmute the stream, wrong cigarette, give me a break. It makes the apology worse, it ensures that Ethan can in fact control speech online with legal threats. He's already shown that, you're right, but he's already shown that. He has already shown that. You know, we've already had the ISIS video case, you know.
In every single drama in the last 9 years, I to this day, I don't even know if people can figure it like that. You know when Google alerts set up? When people post my like home address or phone number on most people finder website, I get a ping. I have Google alerts on, but only for that. I think that's a service that Google offers, and then they like delist it. I don't know. Can you just make a thing where every time an internet forum utters your name, it pings your email? I don't even know if that exists.
All around this big shit. It's not within my principles to put that online. I don't want to spread that because it's just negative and it's not true.
I thought he was sorry for this. I thought this was a good fucking statement.
Leave it. It didn't feel right. So that's why I'm like, you know, trying to take a step back from the scorched stuff and not roll around in the pig shit. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry to next on stage like crazy. Family for putting that nasty Destiny comment out there. I felt like it was an okay thing to do based on the point I was making, but bro shit shouldn't be spread like that. It's hard, man. It's hard because they fucking
Oh.
How do I engage? Well, I have to fucking
Because we covered that. That was like an egregious thing. Like just throwing that on the street. And be like, oh, the reason why that's there is because
I love sticky gum.
I have the clip for Dicker's posted the clip.
be nasty back. You must surprise me. Thank you, just appreciate it. Thank you.
Because a lot of the childless people targeted his family. And it's very funny that they did that. That's the angle that they've gone.
I've seen it's like there once.
Thank you!
This has to be why Yancy stopped streaming. She can't keep her mouth
No.
shut to be tactful.
Now, can Dylan,
So just to substantiate,
Oh!
this is a common attack. This has been a lot of this. You see how this plays into a narrative with these childless lefties who hate traditional families.
Yeah, sticky.
They're trying to split his family up. They're trying to split his poor Israeli family up. What message does a viewer come away with after 18 months of watching this? What message
An Indian dude.
come away with when they watch this for 18 months? Where does it point them? What perspective does the content point them towards?
Yeah,
cheap
dude.
to you? Doesn't that kind of feel cheap to you? Do you like that?
What do you mean it's cheap? Who gives a fuck if it's cheap? It's not about it being cheap. It's abhorrent. It's abhorrent.
Ooh.
Do you like that if Anissa was shut down due to legal threat? Because I thought it was really funny that that she had no viewers and quit. It's not as funny if there's like a fucking... They got a letter under their door.
Oh, guys, it's ruining the joke. Guys, it's making it not funny anymore. Guys, there's the guys, it's making it not funny anymore. There's the condemnation. That makes sense. Guys, it's cheap and not funny. Not an infringement on their free speech. Not an attack on their free speech. Using an asymmetrical legal system to keep quiet. Not abhorrent, not immoral.
It's not as funny for me. That kind of ruins the joke. Does that ruin the joke for you?
Podcast is slow down with the specific harassment, publicized harassment, intentional harassment against Anissa and I. I guess what they do in their free time is up to them, but I need to move on. I need to do other shit.
Obviously, I'll explain it more and breach the containment barrier here. That's my take when we get there. 35-year-old man realizes bringing kids to the internet beef is bad.
Sorry, what does that mean? Break the containment barrier.
This is the music. There is actually a way for Tails to not catch you. I can't remember how you do it, but it is possible, so don't just fuck around. Oh. Sky Fortress zone, dude. Oh, just one of the worst parts.
And give the take when I get there. That means he is worried about saying his take on the actual lawsuit, at least at the start of the segment. He's getting a lot of pushback from his chat for this entire thing. He does not want to lay out a firm take at the start of the segment, because he wants to get the lay of the land. He wants to get a temperature check from his chat and see if he can gradually introduce some tertiary criticisms that soften it a bit.
Ooh, I love the word tertiary.
Oh, that's cheap. That ruins you. This isn't funny. Okay, where do we go then?
Ian only said he did the video because he was concerned about Ethan. That's what Ian said. Yeah, that's a lie. 100% a lie. He knows Ethan and Eel are BTS.
The music's so good. Woo! Ooh, what? This might have been a terrible. Where the fuck am I going? Oh my goodness me. Oops. Dum. Hello. Oh, now we're playing with fire. Then play with my ball. Play with my penis. Oh my goodness. Dude, I'm about to fuck.
Pulling the fuck out of their lawsuit targets, and he could very well be next. Wavy Crockett here with fucking Nostradamus-like precision. I hope he genuinely feels remorse. Probably not. And it's all absolutely the most disgusting thing you can say to about or anyone or whatever. He deserves to get. Okay, Jesus, I disavow any violent comment for the YouTube TOS. Joe Haas must be truly fucked morally and financially for him to say this. Again, I thought it was really funny. Hey, look, we're not making any money. Now we have to issue an apology. Not as funny now. Once again, he is apologizing.
So, doesn't
Dick started to viciously dick me. There we go. Ah, little spoiler. Give me a sec.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, look, so little time. This is the only time in this game you hear this music. It's such a good song. This is the only time you hear this. This tiny little passage. Yeah, let it play. Such a good song. It's the only time it's plays. That's it. And that's it. You never ever hear that again. Yeah, I love he's like looking for a little speakeasy. Where you can actually get it. Eat my ass. This is no way it gets far. Ooh! Oh my goodness. I look up.
Disagree with the idea that they're fucked morally. How are they fucked morally?
Isaac, while Anissa hides, they both acted in similar shitty ways.
What I
You take
took
that.
from Ethan's litigation, and not the fact that they're failures in the internet entertainment industry.
It feels the same to me. It feels the same to me. So H3 heard Ian's.
Keep having lots of white children. Get rid of the Indians and the Africans and those Muslims too. Heya, Nakan Yami. Shinobu Toyota Producer-san. Masaseo Yoshi. Yuji Naka Yuji. Hirokazuya Yasuhara Kalias. Yasushi Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi, Mr. Yamaguchi. Bill Willis. Masanobu Yamamoto. Remember that from Bleach?
Friends' feelings, so Ian decided to spread a rumor about him being a child abuser. Yet somehow Ethan is being harassed with podcasts and Ian chooses a silly guy. And again, just to fully context, like obviously context, here's the clip of him explaining his retarded joke.
Retarded.
It's okay. So I do want to say I don't agree with what's being said.
Streets of Rage 2. I'll go see this. One year after the battle, the city, they've been plagued with crime and violence, was safe and peaceful. However, evil was once again cast its shadow over the city. It's me, Mr. X, the syndicate boss, believed, destroyed by the free young vigilants, come back to life stronger than ever. First, the Avengers kidnaps Adam in an attempt to lure Axel and Blaze into a trap. Axel and Blaze set out to help their faithful companion, joined by Axel's friend Max, wrestler, and Adam's kid brother Skate. They determined to save Adam, but mistakes out of action. Four young friends, rage burning inside them, make a stand for friendship and peace. Dude, wow, oh my god. Wow. Dude, I'm definitely... I don't think I played this one.
But I'm putting on.
No, I think, man. Look at the size of me. Yeah, this is just for the game. This is just when you thought life was never gonna get better, dude. Look at the size of it. See that? That's what does a little bit of damage. Oh.
On screen because I think it should be addressed because it's a big, bold accusation that's very fucked up.
So he's saying, like, hey, look, Destiny is calling you a pedophile. Why aren't you talking about this? That was the intent. Again, he leaves it on the screen for a long amount of time, I believe. I don't know how long, but I think we pointed it out, and he eventually explained, oh, by the way, I disavow. But that's the point. Like, it's a claim that Destiny made, and he asks why he's not responding to it. That's what's happening there. He's saying in the stream that he doesn't agree with it.
In large, it's okay. So I do want to say I don't agree.
Alright, I have to explain the Destiny thing. I think that when people say that somebody's Destiny or somebody's there's a thing that happens with Destiny and Destiny discourse where people's brains just get pulled out of their head and it goes out the window. I don't think this is an example of one of those times. Alright? This is a case where Destiny says, and I quote, if I can
Well then, would you like to substantiate? A single one of the times that's happened. Because we know what you're talking about, Nick. You're too much of a pussy to argue anymore, aren't you?
Destiny said, quick daily reminder that Ethan is likely a pedophile who molests his own kids. I feel like you kind of have to address the elephant in the room on this one. It's a quote from Destiny. And it's like, this is how we ruin identities. And in response to
Look at the size of me.
I made a poll.
Nicholas Leroy wishes he could be this good. Oh yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Fucking. Fuck his ass, dude. Fucked him.
Rising tweet about this. I was getting people writing me, they're like, Nick, you don't understand the reason why he's not going after Destiny for making a malicious comment in his fucking...
There goes Dioria, streamed about this last night, and after watching Nick's stream, I'm kind of like filled on this shit. Where's the world? Great single discussions here.
Don't you just any of them? Yeah.
The music's bull, dude.
Random bits of paperwork, it was literally a mess. Then I found a picture, and I was doing it. I just signed up, gave them the details, and they were able to find out all the pictures for me. Now I've got everything to one place. No stress, no endless paperwork, no hundreds of months. I literally feel light. I've gone from confused and overwhelmed to confident in control. With your head in a good place, you're in a good place too. Right now, eventually.
You're supposed to be the biggest Ethan Lee and sweeper. At least that's what I learned from
Yeah, like I'm seeing it in my chat right now. Was Destiny trolling?
dry up.
How do you troll about someone molesting their children?
Well, that's just an insanely retarded take. Is that not just insanely fucking retarded? Nick, you defended Leafy making death threats. You defended Leafy making death threats. You fucking idiot. Why the fuck do you think it can't be a joke that someone molests their kid? Hey, that's it. Watch the next guy, and this was very spite-based. This was because he was lashing out and crashing, lose his fucking mind. But it was.
Oh, look, this dude's gonna be evil.
A serious claim. He was not actually accusing Ethan of molesting his kid.
Fucking
This is not
hell,
what's
look.
happening there. So yes, it is.
Ooh!
Like, if you guys go,
I don't even think. Okay, here's the thing. This is the cop out they do as well. They say, why? They say, just why are you suing iDubbbz, not Destiny? And they end it there. No, that's a valid point to make. But they shouldn't sue Destiny either. They shouldn't sue Destiny for that either.
I'm gonna harsh that point. Let me hit that back though. Was Destiny trolling? How do you joke about somebody molesting their children? I can moralize right back, you know? Like that's Destiny's angry and spitting venom in his fucking offline. We've been doing this for months, we've been watching this. Ethan caught astray. And then the response to this is, Nick, you don't understand. When you say that you don't like this lawsuit, you don't agree with this lawsuit, there's only two things at play here. One, you're afraid you're gonna get sued. I'm not. And two, you're like, you don't.
I know I won't get sued because whenever there's a powerful person who's lashing out, I make sure to always stay on the good side. Why don't you just always stay on the good side of the most powerful person lashing out? Don't you know that might make it right?
Understand the law. Canada doesn't have free speech. There is hard. Ding, 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 ding. Speak the devil.
If you're living in a country with laws on free speech, why don't you just learn to follow the law? Why don't you just learn to follow the law? Why don't you just stop blaspheming and you won't get your head cut off?
I don't know what I should have read. But it's like, you don't understand, Nick. He's doing this because they're in Canada and there's no free speech in Canada. I get that part. I get that it's an uphill battle to win that argument in America, to go after Destiny. If I told you that I don't want
Someone has a lot of money to spend on litigation if he wanted to, and yet he doesn't. Have you ever had a solid DMCA drama? No.
it takes place, I don't want to fight somebody on equal terms. I'd rather go beat up a homeless guy in the alley. Would you Chad yes with me on that one? iDubbbz and his wife are pathetic, poor losers. They've lost everything. Their chat is full of A-logs who hate them. The other A-logs are bored of their content. They're not even watching anymore.
Oh my
This
goodness.
guy streamed on a channel with fucking millions of subscribers. subscribers, okay? Screamed on a channel with millions of subscribers to like 200, 300 people. This guy's lost everything. There's nothing to take from him. So no, I don't find it fun to go, oh, he's in Canada, we can rape him. He's already raped. There's nothing left to do. He's done. What are you gonna do? You're gonna take his fucking exotic animals? Are you gonna make his wife rip the skin off her arms and put her tattoos on your wall?
No, he's gonna compel speech from you. That's the goal. Stop pretending there's no goal. Stop pretending there's nothing to gain from this, Nick. They are trying to chill and compel speech. You fucking lowlife.
But what else is there to take from this guy?
Their speech. Their speech. Their ability to contribute in the discussion. That's what he wants to take from them, you fucking lowlife.
He's a fucking...
Not for me, Peter. Why would so many people be Googling that?
You understand what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I don't think you can Chad yes this. It looks like you're beating a cripple into the ground. It looks like you're running a train on Ricky Murphy. Like, what the fuck is this? That's my take. Let's hear his kind of, discussion on it. Let's go to the items finally apologizes video, which should give us the context that we're looking for. Nick, I would take their tattoos. Dude, their tattoos are for negative equity. I would do that. Also, even Penny, Nick, he's not gonna stop. All he will accomplish by going down this road further is just ostracizing public support. I don't think it's a true community thing.
And there you go. And now, Nick sees. It is the last chance.
That's only stage one. Right, fine.
boss. It is the last stop, the last call. He's saying, oh man, I think the line's turning a little bit. I think I'm gonna stop covering this stuff. That's what's happening. The D, the distance.
I think it's controversial. Ethan has done things that have pulled good praise in from sectors of the internet that otherwise would not have liked the things that he was doing or things that he said. And that happened probably over the course of like 2 or 3 years. I think when you just start suing everybody who talks shit about it online, you kind of like that. Yeah, I didn't like the Noah Samson lawsuit.
Preacher, Dave,
Thank you.
he has a segment called The Ultimate.
Again, saying I don't like it is not a condemnation. We have to go over this. We have to go over this. I thought we have to go over this. All of the Orioles RFC fans don't fucking get
The
it.
Indians.
Let me think how this is. When you condemn something, you
Oh,
state
great.
unequivocally that
Oh, unequivocally, I love that word.
and should not be done. That's what you're saying. Then saying I don't like it is not condemning. Okay?
Like, yeah, I mean, it's just a bit. Oh, hell yeah. I love how he just carries that with like one fucking. I love porn. Ah! Lick my
It should be
balls.
very clear. And to take that one step further, condemnation isn't enough either. When these sorts of principles are on the line, the only thing that is enough is active vocal opposition. When the ecosystem you have been benefiting off all this time, particularly standards, is under threat, under existential threat, the only thing that is acceptable is vocal, active opposition.
Refused. Ian still has his house in Seattle he has failed to sell. Ethan said he wanted to buy months ago to troll Ida.
But you should have bought it.
Just going to see if it's part of the settlement.
I don't know, man. Dude, with the Noah Samson one,
Thanks for the $5, my man.
look my ball. So with the Noah Samson segment in particular, the defense that people were throwing me, because obviously I agree with it, and I was seeing similar messages in my chat, where they were like, dude, it has 5 million views or some crazy number. Like, it's got millions of views, dude. I don't think it's 5. What is the Palestinian genocide support video have? 500,000? Palestine, Samson. Yeah, 765,000. And that was the, this right here was the defense mechanism people were making, because I guess you can prove damages or say some stuff. And I push back on that, saying, well, Ethan was already on board this entire time. It's hard to pinpoint exactly if this video had any effect on him. We're just throwing that entire hypothetical out of the fucking woodworks here. Because now we're talking about a guy who treated 200 people playing for. And then this is just pet. This is just vindictive. This is just spiteful. There's no other actual reason to go after this. There's no justification that you can make. And then everyone's just falling back on the but it's funny argument. And that's where we're gonna have our disagreement. I don't think it's funny.
That's almost a condemnation saying there's no justification you can make, so you're falling back on the it's funny argument. Because Nick is not actually evaluating whether it is justified. Nick evaluates things on the terms of whether there's a justification you can make. Great example of this. Great example of this. Go and watch.
Alright, let's take it calm. Oh yeah, lick my mouth.
Right after the CPS happened, there was a hit piece that came out. This guy called, the guy's name like Jake or something like that. I actually don't remember the username. This guy made a hit piece on it right after the CPS happened.
Lick just taps his balls.
Go for blood. Go after all of these people. Go after all of these people. Ethan had blanket justification to break principles that Nick would usually stand by, because it allows him to make an emotional argument to the audience to get them on side. And that's all he's looking for. That is all he's looking for. So whenever he talks about it, justification I can find here. I can't find an argument here. Shit like this, he's going to say, oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. But he's never going to actually take the stand. Maybe he does, maybe not. But as far as I can tell, he's never actually going to take the stand.
Probably no.
Active vocal opposition.
He's not in it for that. It's for the money.
To do that, he would have to make the argument that has a corrosive, wide-ranging impact on the ecosystem, the ability of people to make commentary content, and then that would actually be quite damning on him. He is self-interested because he has built himself into a fortified.
What the fuck? He's narcissistic. Well done.
On the night of July 1st,
On the idea that yes, essentially gave Ethan a year-long free pass to break these principles. And so it is now self-interest. Nick has to defend, has to deflect, has to downplay the impact of Ethan's actions and how morally wrong they are. He has to try to thread the needle between not backing this and sounding like he's against it without saying something that could implicate or impugn his previous stances, because he has worked himself into a completely amoral position. That is only this is the whole optics guy thing. All he's looking for is a way to justify it. Not if it's justified, not evaluating the outcomes. Purely looking for if there is a way to spin it to make the content that's going after the people he hates. It's going after the easy targets who aren't going to respond. We're going after Casetrons, the Frogans, the Denims.
I think it ruins the joke. I think it makes going.
And then what happens when they do respond? What happens when they do respond, guys? What happens when they do respond, these dogs?
After IDub's less funny. If we're just going to just
I love
fuck out of
Outcome.
him,
I do remember
for
this.
for literally, in my opinion, for like no reason.
Finally, and Ian and Anissa news. This is fantastic, you guys. Ian has.
What is the content cop? It was a YouTube video. It was resolved on YouTube. Ethan fucked him for months because of it. Ethan ran tons of streams because of it. People that led into a drama that like destroyed a charity event and like created months of like stream reaction content, interviews and stuff like that. I mean, there's a certain point where you're the victim and you're now just rambling into the point where you're becoming the aggressor.
Ethan was always the aggressor against IDubs and Ethan and Issa. Ethan was never not the aggressor. Ethan went out on his stream the day CPS happened, went from crying about CPS straight into crying about Ian and Anissa not taking a strong enough stand. Even though they disavowed all harassment, they didn't want to take a side in the drama, so Ethan and Ela went fucking crazy at them. They were always the aggressor. They were always the aggressor. They have never not been the aggressor. In the Hassan stuff, they are the aggressor. What initially upsets them? Rogan makes a non-specific tweet, not even, literally, I say non-specific, it's not about them. It's literally not about them remotely. Rogan says on Twitter, I'll try and quote it as close as possible, Western leftists yearn for violent revolution, but when they see it, they get their tummy ache, their stomach ache, you know? If you want violent revolution, understand that's what it looks like. It's not pretty. That's roughly what she says on Twitter. That's roughly what she says on Twitter. Ethan blocks her or unfollows her. She goes to Hassan's Discord and makes a joke. She says, well, Ethan unfollowed me. Ethan, please And that's what starts us all. Because Hassan...
Damn, that's so powerful.
would not ditch Frogan over that. That is fundamentally the start point here. So, the idea that Ethan was ever not the aggressor is bullshit. He saw a political take he didn't like that upset him, and he decided to go on an all-out fucking war against not just the person that said it, but as it went on, everyone else. Because in the process of going after Frogan, he made a fucking fool of himself. He got on stream and said, saying Free Palestine is equivalent to saying you love Hamas. And that if you say Free Palestine, maybe you should have your family shot, killed, and burned in front of you. That's what Ethan said in the days after October 7th, when all these lefties were obviously aware that the retaliation against Gaza was going to be, and to be honest, the West Bank as well, I'm pretty sure they got fucked by a bunch of stuff too as a result of this. But Palestinians generally, because they knew the retaliation was going to be insane, and they were right. And they were right. So seeing Ethan freak the fuck out and start making excuses for it, start doing the manufacturing of consent for that to happen, they took firm opposition to, they hated. And Ethan, being a personally slighted, spiteful bitch, decided he wouldn't listen to any of that perspective, and instead wage war. Instead go to Hassan, fucking cry, say, please moderate your chat, they're calling me a racist Zionist, you have to ban them all. And Nick defended him.
And it becomes less palatable. You should apology for implying, making it silly. Ian destroyed the charity event? Yeah, sure. Ian and Anissa definitely destroyed their own charity event. But if Ethan didn't call out Creator Clash, the event probably still would have happened. Because everyone was sweeping for it. Go watch my video around the time.
It was a bad time. It wasn't just a political take he didn't like. It's a bad time edgy take that affected him personally. Whose connection to the people affected. I don't give a fuck. That literally, you just said the same thing. You just said the same thing with a bunch of extra emotional loading to make it seem like Ethan's not being a neurotic fucking psycho when he was. Go watch his response. Brogan said nothing close to what Ethan said. All Brogan said was that if Western leftists want violent revolution so much, they shouldn't act so disgusted when they see it. That's what Brogan said. Ethan said, if you say Free Palestine, that means you love...
Oh my god, what is this? I do remember this.
Of Hamas, and maybe you should have your family shot, killed, boyfriend. These are not equivalent. Brogan had a political take that upset him. Ethan Ethan went on his podcast, conflated the opposition to an illegal occupation with supporting mass murder of civilians, and then not fully advocated, but pitched a hypothetical in which they deserved a terrorist attack, or saying free Palestine. So stop this fucking bullshit spin where you try and baby this multi-millionaire psycho, okay? We're sick of it. No one's having it anymore.
Go watch my interview with Harlan Lorenstein saying this time is different. It took like industry pressure to get people to agree that what they were doing was bad.
Two things. Creature named.
Thank you. Yeah, sure. Ian and Anissa definitely destroyed their own charity event, but if Ethan didn't go.
So this is a good one. People aren't ready for this one. People aren't ready for this one. But the Creator Clash stuff was just like totally manufactured. It's just totally manufactured. And your low IQ is fucking disagree. Sorry. Either you realise that right by now, or you haven't. And that really is like, you know, are you above or below 70 IQ? It's like the bar is that fucking low. The bar is that fucking low. Imagine, if you will, for one moment, Ethan Klein wants to do a charity boxing event. Ethan Klein, previously did a video with Hassan Piker and did some boxing with him. Now, while Ethan's doing his charity event and has fallen out with Hassan, Hassan decides he's going to start training one of the fighters at the charity event, and he's going to try and show up. Not just that, he starts making a bunch of inflammatory comments, sexual comments, about Elon. He starts going fucking crazy, making a bunch of inflammatory sexual content about Elon, having people involved in the fighting event do the exact same thing, and then Ethan says, you know what, Ethan says, you know what, Hassan,
Look
you
at
can't go
this.
to my charity boxing event, and neither can any of your friends, we don't want any involvement with you. Do you think Nick, Keemstar, all these other fucking retards are getting on Twitter Spaces to cry about how evil Ethan is, or booting Hassan, or whoever Hassan's training from that boxing? No, they fucking wouldn't. Why do they do that? Because they like Sam Hyde. Why do they like Sam Hyde? Because he says slurs was right wing. We're fighting against idols who said you can't say slurs, which they like doing. Obviously, I like doing it, so I'm like, which they like doing. And so they used it as a wedge. They used it dishonestly as a wedge to manufacture controversy and attempt to destroy a charity event. Because they disagree with people doing the behavior that people do. That is what happened. That is what happened. Really fun.
Ooh. What? I feel sick. Fucked him. I do remember this.
makes a terrible napkin
I
man,
love Roblox.
insisting that they're like boxing a bunch of money. They all run with it. Creator Clash 3, Joseph Buckley says, I run events. It doesn't cost this much money. Here's my shitty video explaining why. Nick runs with it. The play happens the same way each time. When Lena, participation in the fight is being brought into question, everyone ignores the blatant attempt by Ethan to get her to not participate. They all ignore it, but they all latch onto the idea that she shouldn't, and they keep pushing that. Because they know that is a weak point for the event. They know that's a weak point. They know that's a wedge, so where you can drive a wedge into it. So they go as hard as fucking possible on that. They go as hard as fucking possible on that little wedge they've created. That is transparent. When Harvey Zogenstein comes on next stream and says, oh yeah, like the event's fine, but yeah, I think the fighters just get paid. That becomes the main focus. Because he's now friendly with those people. He's chill with Ethan, who's trying to get Lena to pull out. And so that now becomes the more effective way of pretending it's a scam, of getting the fight shut down. That becomes the new most effective way of doing it. So they switch to that tactic. Because it isn't about what he's saying, it's about the utility that what he's saying brings.
Call out Creator Clash, the event probably still would have happened because everyone was sweeping for it. Go watch my video around the time. Go watch my interview with Harley Bornstein saying the time was different. It took like industry pressure to get people to agree that what they were doing was bad.
Two things can be true. Someone to like Ethan, but also call him out for getting too petty.
Yeah, it's too petty.
Agree that
This is too petty.
straight before me.
I don't even know what that is.
Billy Joe, that I molest my children. By the way, Carolyn, come on. Do you
It's fucked.
have a problem with that? That your bestie Anissa?
Again, I just think it's comical. Ida shows a screenshot of somebody else saying he molested his children, and Ethan's just like, God. I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this at all.
Oh.
Billy Joe, that I molest my children.
It's too petty? Yes.
By the way, Carolyn, come on. Do you have a problem with that? That your bestie Anissa says I molest my children? You are Commentator of the Year, the best commentator of the year.
Ethan suing for something that caused him no damages and was clearly not meant to be taken as factual would be craziness. I don't. That's what I see here. I don't know.
Fucking degenerate. Dumbass. Probably not.
And people are like, oh, Nick, Nick, you're just mad about the precedent. You're scared about trauma channels. Dude, the precedent is gone. It's been set. The precedent's here. Everyone has to just kind of like do the best they can to not make comments about Ethan molesting the kids or a comparable comment about other people. I'm sure most people will be fine, right? I just disagree with it.
Probably not.
I just fundamentally disagree with it.
Base, epic, awesome, feminist
Time for me to explain to you guys why I haven't.
I think implying that Ethan molested.
Sorry, I have to one back.
that caused him no damages was clearly not meant to be taken as factual, would be craziness. I don't... That's what I see here. I don't know. Fucking degenerate, loser, dumbass. And people are like, oh, Nick, it's about the... Nick, you're just mad about the precedent. You're scared about trauma chat. Dude, the precedent is gone. It's that. The precedent's here. Everyone has to just kind of, like, do the best they can to not make comments about...
But Nick, I thought this wasn't having an impact broadly on the space. I thought you weren't concerned about your own situation, Nick. Or are you saying now that you've created a mission structure over the last year and a half for this happening? Whose job is it? Precedent, Nick. Whose job has it been for the last 10, 15 years to stop that becoming a precedent in this space? Other than commentary. Other than the people making videos about online figures that convince a mass audience that the actions they're partaking in are wrong and should be punished.
Even listening to shit, the kids are uncomfortable comment about other people.
What else can you do about bad faith litigation that technically fits the law, but betrays the spirit of it, other than exactly what people have been demanding you do for the whole last fucking year?
But this is how far people... I think, like, every time a video like this gets posted, it justifies another escalation from Ethan. Like, Ethan gets stronger every time some retard makes a video like this. He just levels up. It's like Alan the Alien when he's about to get killed. He just gets more bulkier. And then Ethan can justify more and more, like, far shit for taking this.
I can't pretend I would be better equipped to handle a situation like this with being
It's understandable. I'm sorry, I missed it.
scenarios that goes beyond their gut reaction. Stage 3 just aren't able to see the shades of gray anymore, which is the end result of this decade-long feedback loop that evolved